Way. All right, guys, good evening and welcome to everybody who's jumped on the call. Thank you for taking some time out of your evening to do so, and we're pretty excited here to share with you something that we think is pretty amazing, and I'm sure by the end of tonight you will think so as well. So basically what we're going to do tonight is just go through a bit of an overview of what the Gogreencleanse is. And basically over the next 30 minutes, we have something for everybody, okay? We have an amazing all-natural, 100% organic health range that is designed to bring your body back into balance from what food can no longer provide for us. So what we're basically doing is we're going to be bridging the gap from what food cannot give us anymore to basically giving our body the nutrients it needs. The Gogreencleanse has transformed thousands of lives worldwide, from weight loss to muscle gain to energy and vitality to improve sleep, to improve digestion, skin issues and other body ailments as well. So it really is a one-stop shop when it comes to your overall health. So basically tonight we'll be running through all of that, and you'll see how the Gogreencleanse can get you back into both physical and mental complete health. So it's a wonderful tool that we have here. And tonight I'm just going to run through it with you, and then the idea then is to contact the person who got you on this call for further information, or if you love what you see tonight and you want to get yourself started straight away, please again speak to the person who got you on this call and they can get you started on your journey. So I was having a bit of a think today as to how, what happens in your body over a period of time, and what we found was that there's certain periods of time where your body it goes through transformations. Now, the main transformation that you'll see is generally between a 4-week period, an 8-week period, and a 12-week period. Now, for some reason, my computer is not playing the game, so let's stop the share and we will start again. Share screen. Okay, I want that one there. Start from current slide. Okay, let's try that one again. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. So it takes 4 weeks for you to see a change in your body. Okay, it takes 8 weeks for friends and family to see that change. And it takes about 12 weeks for everybody else to see that change. So the idea behind this is to keep going. So what I also noticed was that it's only 8 weeks until summer. So those of us who have been a little bit on the perhaps watching television side over the winter time, guys, there's only 8 weeks to go. So this is the perfect time to introduce the Gogreencleanse into your life, because it will literally transform you, not only through a physical change, but a mental change as well. You'll get more mental focus and clarity. You'll find that you will be more up and about, more energy, more vitality. You'll just feel amazing. So what I'm doing for you guys tonight is I'm going to extend to you a challenge, and that challenge is in the next 8 weeks to try and get to the best possible version of you through the Gogreencleanse. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go through what the Gogreencleanse is, and we're going to talk a little bit about intermittent fasting as well, which is, you've probably heard it on the news or read about it in the papers or whatever it might be, but it is an amazing tool that coincides very, very well with our Gogreencleanse. So the cleanse is basically cleansing your body from the inside out. So who am I and why am I telling you about this? Because this basically changed my life. And it changed my family's life. So I'm just going to go through a brief description of how this changed my life and how it can change your life as well. So I'm a dad. I have 2 beautiful children and a wonderful wife. Basically about 3 years ago, I got introduced to this opportunity to promote a product and to share a product with people that was going to change their lives. So for me, it was all about trying to change my family's livelihood. And here's a beautiful picture of my 2 young children here. And just to be the best possible parent for those kids. And I'm sure those of you who have children, you want to be the best possible parent you can be. So if you're not feeling energized, if you're not feeling healthy, it becomes a bit of a strain and a bit of a struggle. And we experienced a bit of that with the birth of our youngest child there, Ricky, with the blue eyes. When he was born, my wife experienced some severe digestive issues after his birth, to the state where she was probably unable to do her full role as the mother that she wanted to be. So she was quite ill. She had a lot of digestive problems, and she was unable to fulfill the things that she wanted to do. So it was at this time in our life, there's a picture of my wife there. She's very happy in that photo, but there was a time in our life where she wasn't very happy. And she was on a lot of pharmaceutical medication, and she was feeling quite ill. And the medication really wasn't working like it should have. So we explored a few options, and it was just at this time that the Gogreencleanse and this supplement range were introduced to us, and we thought, hey, look, we've just got to give this a go. So I bought a product set, gave it to my wife to try, and what we noticed in an 8-week period was some pretty remarkable things. Number one, her digestive issues started to clear up. Number two, she had more energy and more vitality. And number three, she could finally be the mother to her children. And that was a big thing for us, because my wife, and those of you who know my wife, she's a wonderful woman. She loves people. She loves children. She was unable to fulfill that role. So the best news we got was that when she went back to see her doctor after just 8 weeks of doing the Gogreencleanse, her doctor said, I don't know what you're doing different, but please keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And now she's at a stage where she's been able to get off a large portion of that medication, and she's feeling amazing. She'd lost like 10 centimeters around her waist in an 8-week period during that time. But the best part was we got mum back, and that was the number one goal. So I decided to jump on and give this a try. I'm from the fitness background. I've worked in gyms a long time. Thought at the time I had a pretty nice physique, but once I tried this in my 8-week period, that was my change just there. So not only the physical changes, my mental clarity and focus went through the roof. My lifts in the gym were going up, but I was dropping body fat. I was just so up and about and energized, jumping out of bed in the morning, and we were the complete family. So what in my mind, what I wanted to do was to pass this on to other people and show other people how they could do this and how they could be the best possible versions of themselves. So tonight I'm going to explain that to you and how it all works. So we go back to nature, guys. Nature's always provided the answers for good health and natural solutions. You just need to know where to look. Unfortunately tonight, guys, you have found the place that you need to look. Your Health, which is the company that does the Gogreencleanse, has uncovered these answers, and now we're encouraging others to return to nature and to rid themselves of harmful
toxins. Mate, you haven't that many pink tubes.
And have a more complete vision of what true health really is. So what is true health, guys? So what are the top 3 health concerns? So we narrowed it down to 3, but of course it could be a lot more. But we found that these 3 generally affected somebody or somebody they knew, one of those 3 or all of those 3. So the 3 main ones: lack of energy, overweight, and digestive issues. So generally we either have one or all of these 3 or know somebody who does. So the Gogreencleanse can help fix these 3 main health concerns. And here's just some quick stats. If weight gain increases at the current levels by 2025, almost 80% of Australian adults will be overweight or obese. Australia is generally considered as a country where people are active, you know, surfing, beaches, having a great time. We're not known as having 8 in 10 people that are obese. So that's a pretty alarming stat. 7 in 10 men are overweight, 1 in 2 women, but the big one for me was 1 in 4 children. Children shouldn't be overweight. Children should be active, having fun. You know, they've got growing bodies, their metabolisms are working really quickly. So 1 in 4 is pretty big, and that was a big thing for me and my family, and I didn't want that to happen to them. So as you can see just at the bottom there, more than 95% of all chronic disease is caused by either food choice, toxic food ingredients, nutritional deficiencies, and lack of physical exercise. So we need to change these things around. Why supplement? We need to supplement, guys, because the food that we're eating can no longer provide the same nutritional value it used to 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Okay, we need to have something to bridge that gap from the nutrient deficiency of food. So to give you an idea how nutrient deficient food is, this is the average mineral content in selected fruit and vegetables over the years. So you can see in 1914, there was no pesticides or herbicides back then. There was no overcropping. There was none of that sort of stuff. It was naturally grown, natural fertilizers. Everything was beautiful. As a result, the mineral content of food was super, super high. Unfortunately, as time went on, overcropping started to occur. Pesticides and herbicides started to be introduced. Mass production, all that sort of stuff started to kick in. And as a result, the mineral content of food started to decline at very, very rapid rates. Now, we only have graphs up to 1997, which is probably a good thing because I'll be pretty scared to see what it'd be like today in 2017 and how nutrient deficient food actually is. So to give you an idea how nutrient deficient food is, one bowl of spinach in 1953 has the same nutritional value as 43 bowls of spinach in 1997. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to sit there and try and eat 43 bowls of spinach in one sitting to get the right nutritional value for food. So, and I'm guessing you guys don't want to do it either. So the idea with this is, and the common saying we use is that you are overfed, but you are undernourished. So what that means is that we're eating all this empty calorie food and our brain says to our body, you haven't given me what I need more. So we naturally eat more. And then as a result, because we're eating so many calories, we then tend to become a little bit overweight because we're eating all this food. So we need to switch that and we need to change that around. And how do we do that? We do that through a 4-step system, which is our inside-out approach. Okay, so this is our person here. We've peeled off all the flesh, the skin, the skeleton, and we've got it down to our digestive system. Step 1. We need to activate our food. Our food, unfortunately, is generally nutrient dead, and because it's cooked, it's processed, it loses all its enzyme action, all its nutrient value. So we need to put something in to help our body to absorb these nutrients. So we do that through what's called a Digest Ultra. It's a capsule. You have it with your 2 main meals of the day, generally lunch and dinner. And what that'll do is it'll help you to absorb the food so your brain says to your body, I'm satisfied with what you've given me. I don't need to eat any more food. You've given me what I need. Therefore, we don't tend to eat as much food because our body has what it requires. So step 1 is to activate. We do that through the Digest Ultra. Step 2 is the cleanse. We have 2 products for that. We have a Probiotic Ultra and we have a Fiber Plus. Now, as you can see in the intestinal area there, the red part around it means that the intestinal wall is a little bit inflamed, and it's inflamed because generally our bodies will hold between 6 to 8 kilos of undigested waste. So put this in your mind, guys. Imagine you've got a banana and you've put it outside on a scorching hot summer's day and you've left it out there for 2 or 3 days. That food is going to rot, it is going to putrefy, it's going to go off. That's exactly what happens in our intestinal wall if our body can't release that toxic nature of food that's in our gut. It'll go off, it'll putrefy, we become quite sick and ill, and things like, IBS, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, all these diseases are caused through the buildup of toxins in our digestive system. So we need to get rid of them. What the probiotic does, it helps to flood the gut with good bacteria and gives a nice balance between good and bad, and it starts to loosen up all the toxins. And of course, we know what fiber does, guys. Fiber's like the broom that just sweeps out all the gunk. So in the morning, you have that empty out and we release all those toxins out of our system. So step 2 is cleanse. Step 1, activate. Step 3 is to alkalize. Now, this is the best product on the market. I love the Super Greens. They are absolutely awesome. You have them first thing in the morning to balance your body, to get the pH to where it needs to be for maximum efficiency, okay? Unfortunately, 95% of the food we eat is acid forming. Acid forming food creates inflammation, creates slow recovery rates, and takes longer for your cells to repair. So we need the Super Greens to alkalize our body so that we can maximize our performance and we can speed up our rate of recovery. So having that first thing in the morning mixed with a bit of fiber, you're going to get some great balance there from those 2. And obviously the probiotic, you take that before bed at night to just loosen everything up overnight while you're sleeping. So step 1 is to activate. Step 2 is to cleanse. Step 3 is to alkalize. And finally, step 4 is to nourish. So once we've cleaned out our system, we need to give it the right nourishment. We need to give it the right nutrients. So we have an essential vitamin, which contains all of our essential vitamins and minerals that our body needs to thrive and survive. And then we also have a great protein, and protein is great for your muscle development, not necessarily for people who go in the gym, but just people who want to naturally repair muscle tissue. If they have injuries, it will help to repair that as well. So that is our 4-step process. Very, very simple. Step 1, activate. Step 2, cleanse. Step 3, alkalize. Step 4, nourish. For those of you who want a bit of an extra advantage, there are a couple of add-ons that you can see down the bottom there. Number 1 is the Berry Blast. The Berry Blast is a natural caffeinated energy drink made from fruits and berries. Gives you a nice pick-me-up without the coffee crash. So those of you who rely heavily on coffee, you can replace that for your Berry Blast, and you're going to have a nice, even flow of energy all through the day with no crash. The Your Repair Ultra is great for cell repair. So works kind of well with the vitamin to get that cell repair going. Good for people who go to the gym, but also good for people who just want to, feel their best and get rid of some aches and pains and that sort of thing. And then the final one is the Super Slim. The Super Slim is designed for those of you who want to go the extra mile and perhaps lose a few more kilos a little bit quicker. That is a natural plant-based metabolic booster. You generally take first thing in the morning to kickstart your metabolism and get it going on the right track. So that's pretty much the system there, the 4-step system. I guess the question you're asking is, yeah, you've got all these products, but when do I take them? Good question. All right, what we do. Upon rising between 6 to 8 a.m., depending on when you wake up, you're going to take the Super Greens, the fiber, and the Berry Blast in a shake it up, and that will now be your breakfast. Very, very nutritious, very tasty. Not a lot of calories, but gives you all the nutrient value you need to get your day started right. And then if you want to have the Super Slim to kickstart the metabolism, you have that first thing in the morning as well. Then we fast through to lunchtime. So we're not eating anything, we're not having any calories up until lunchtime. And then you have your lunch with a Digest Ultra capsule and an enzyme, and you have that while you're eating your food. At 3:30 or 4 o'clock, you can have a snack. You can have the protein, or you can make up your own, berries, yogurt, fruit, whatever you would like to have at that time. And then at dinner, we just do the same thing as lunch. Okay, you eat your dinner, you have your Digest Ultra and then your vitamin. And then before bed, you have your Repair Ultra and your probiotic. And then you just repeat the cycle throughout the day. Day in, day out. I've been doing this for the last 3.5 years with some amazing results. There's other people that you'll see very, very soon that have done the same thing. So that's pretty much how the system works. And then, of course, what we do is we enhance the cleanse with intermittent fasting. So I'm sure you've all heard of intermittent fasting, and that's basically having periods of no food and then having what's called an eating phase. Now, we recommend the eating phase be a 6 to 8 hour eating phase, but the time in which you do that is entirely up to you. We have just put here on the graph between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. or 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. depending on which style of fast you want to do. But you can pick any 6 to 8 hour window you want to eat during, and then you fast for the rest of the day. The beauty is the greens, the fiber, and the Berry Blast won't take you out of a fasted state. It'll keep you fasted, so you can have that as your breakfast and your body will still stay fasted. And the beauty about being fasted is that your body doesn't start using fat as energy until at least 6 to 8 hours without food. So if you're constantly feeding yourself, you're not using fat as energy, you're just using that food. So you need to make sure that we're fasting for at least a 16 to 18 hour period to maximize our fat burning capacity. When your body isn't overworked with digesting food all day, it starts to work on rebuilding itself. It starts with cell repair. It gets the liver and the kidneys to relax so they're not always working, so it can repair itself. Our body has a great capacity to repair when it can. And when you're fasting, that's the best time to do it. So increase your fat burning and cleanse results through extending your fasting or your recovery window, okay? Fasting is very important. So we enhance the cleanse with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting heightens the power of the cleanse. So it makes the supplements work at such a higher level because your body will absorb them much, much, much more effectively. And also the cleanse enables you to fast with more efficiency. Because you're having that shake in the morning with no calories, you stay fasted. Your brain thinks you've given it what it needs, so therefore it can fast for longer. So it's almost like, as you can see in the picture there, it's a perfect storm for internal and external health if you combine those two together. Very, 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 very powerful. And some of the results you'll see on the screen just here are some of the things you can experience from the cleanse and also the fasting. So increased energy levels, improved digestion, detoxifying the body, increasing muscle tone, burning fat, weight management, hormonal balance, increased libido. Great for us guys that are getting a bit older these days. Restful sleep, cellular repair, anti-aging, youthful skin, all those benefits you'll experience from the Gogreencleanse. So literally, I'm looking through that now. I'm sure people are looking through this who are doing the cleanse, and you could probably tick off most of those, no problems at all. Here's some results, guys. I'll go through the top three there. The first one on the left-hand side is a great friend of mine, Bobby Lee. She's lost an amazing 35 kilos in about a 12-month period through the cleanse. And the best part was she did it without doing exercise. She basically just followed our fasting principles, used the Gogreencleanse products, and as you can see in those photos there, an amazing difference in her, not only her physical, but her energy, her vitality. She's a mum of three, and she's just got so much going now. Whereas before she started, she was slow, she was sluggish, she was tired all the time. She just thought that's how mothers were, just naturally tired with three kids. Now she's just a bundle of energy. My good man in the middle there, Tommy, he just looks like an absolute ripped machine through the cleanse, and couldn't be happier. And his skin looks clearer as well, which is always a good sign too. And the gentleman there on the right-hand side, that's Carlo. He lost 18 kilos in about 8 weeks. Again, just doing the cleanse and just living his normal lifestyle. So just a couple of others here, so you can see some of the changes. Okay, so there's some pretty good changes there. And the best part about it is it's for all walks of life. It's for, the young, it's for the middle-aged, it's for the elderly. Everybody can use the cleanse. All right. Just some sets, guys. There's heaps of sets that you can choose. Well, I've just picked out 3 of the main sets that you can use for the cleanse. We have the starter set, which is the first one there on the left-hand side. And these are monthly prices too, guys. So it's $221 for the month. So if you break it down, it's probably only $7.50 or $8 a day. So that's, that's great value to get your nutrients in for the day. Some of that's your breakfast, so you don't need to have breakfast anymore. So that's inclusive in for your breakfast. And for a 4-week period, that's a really great price, and it gives you everything you need to get yourself started. If you're super, super keen and you want to get the bee's knees, the works, the complete set, that's the one in the middle, and that's $480 for the month. Okay, so you're looking at about $12, $13, $15 a day, something like that. I'm not sure how my maths goes, but something along those lines, and that covers everything. It gives you every add-on, gives you all the stuff you need to be the complete version of health. And then we have a maintenance set that you can purchase every month, where it has all the key products. It has the protein there as well, and that's for about $270, which works out to about $8 a day. So $8 to $10 a day. So there's just some sets, but there's more sets that you can choose from. If money's a bit of a thing that you want to look at, say, some lower sets, we have some other sets. The core set, which has the 3 key products, that's about $190. 180, 190. So there's lots of different sets, but I've just picked out the 3 that really go well with the cleanse. Also too, guys, if you jump on our reward system and go on subscription every 4 weeks, you earn points towards free products. Now, it's a bit like a Flybuys card, except that you don't have to earn 2 million points to get $20 off your shopping. The way this works is that when you hit Elite Plus, for every $100 you spend, you get $25 worth of free products, providing you stay on the subscription every 4 weeks. Okay, so that's just a great incentive to get yourself to a point where you can purchase new products for free, or you can buy a new set for free if you build your points up. So it's a really, really remarkable system that the company has spent a lot of time working very, very well. And this is just an 8-week set, guys, because as I said before, summer is 8 weeks away. So if you want to do the 8-week sort of challenge, if you like, That's an 8-week set. So $846 for your 8 weeks. You break that down, that's $400 a month. Again, that's about $10 to $15 a day. And I guarantee you in an 8-week period, you'll see some remarkable changes during that period. If you are unsatisfied, guys, the company is that confident you won't be. But if you are unsatisfied, they will give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. That's how confident they are that this system works. And they have their own nutrition delivery system. So it's a patented system that basically has active enzymes infused into all of the products to help with absorption, because you're not what you eat anymore. That old saying at school, you are what you eat, that doesn't work anymore. It's you are what you absorb, and you need to absorb the right amount of nutrients. So that's pretty much how the cleanse works. So just in conclusion, guys, I just want to finish with this one here. So today's your day to start fresh, to eat right, to train hard if that's what you want to do, to live healthy, and of course to be proud, okay? Because, you know, even though summer's coming and, you know, you might feel as though you're a few kilos heavier or you're feeling a bit sluggish, tired, you've still got 8 weeks. You can jump on the cleanse. 8 weeks' time, you can be a completely different version of who you are today, a happier version, a more vibrant version, and just have more mental clarity and focus, and just be jumping out of bed. And for me, it's about, you know, playing with the kids. So if you're a parent, you know, you want to be playing with the kids in summertime outside. That's what it's all about for me. Whatever it is for you guys, I highly recommend the Gogreencleanse. Thank you for your time tonight. Please speak to the person who got you on this call if you want more information or if you want to get started. But all I can say is, guys, I'd love to see some great results in 8 weeks' time. I'm going to have a big go over summer, and I'd love for some of you to jump on board and help me. So take care, guys. Have a great night, and looking forward to seeing some great results in the future. Take care.